Okay, so let's just dive right in. The source material you sent over, this U.S. Senator's investigation, it's a lot to unpack.
It is. And the reports that go with it, especially that discussion with Dr. Jeffrey Hinton.
The godfather of AI, right? And the
Oh.
urgency here is, well, it's pretty stark from the very first page.
It's a huge claim. The report basically says AI is going to change everything. I mean, the economy, politics, even warfare.
And then there's that phrase they use, the very real fear.
That a superintelligent AI could just take over, essentially replace human control of the planet.
And the core problem, as the investigation frames it, is that nobody's really talking about this. Not in Congress, not really in the media.
Far too little discussion, yeah.
Yeah.
And that needs to change, like, now.
So where does the investigation even begin with a topic that big?
Well, what's interesting is it starts not with the tech itself, but with the people, the ones in charge.
The ones with the money.
Exactly. You have this handful of the wealthiest people on Earth. Musk, Bezos, Gates, Zuckerberg. Right, Thiel. And they're pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into this technology.
Which really begs the question of democratic input, doesn't it? Should they be the ones shaping humanity's future with no oversight?
Well, that's the thing. There's this aggressive resistance to any kind of regulation. The report mentions Peter Thiel calling proponents of AI regulation.
I saw that. Legionnaires of the Antichrist? I mean, that's not subtle.
Not at all. So it forces you to ask that central question from the report. Is this really for the benefit of all humanity, or is it just to make the rich richer?
And if you look at the economic predictions, it certainly seems to be pointing in one direction. The job loss numbers are just staggering
100 million jobs in America.
over the next decade. And it's not just the jobs you'd think. The report specifies 40% of registered nurses.
And 64% of accountants. So this isn't a blue-collar issue. It's a fundamental disruption to the whole economy.
And you have the billionaires themselves pretty much confirming it. Musk said work will become optional.
And Gates said humans won't be needed for most things.
Right.
So, the investigation asks the obvious follow-up question.
Right. What happens then? If millions of people lose their income, how do they survive? How do they afford food, housing, healthcare?
Is any government actually prepared for that kind of economic disaster?
The threat goes beyond just economics. It digs right into our personal freedom and democracy.
It does. That quote from Larry Ellison was chilling. He predicted an AI-powered surveillance state.
Where citizens are constantly recording and reporting everything that is going on.
So how can democracy function in that world if a handful of people who own the AI have access to every call, every text? That's total information control.
It's also changing what it means to be human, isn't it? The report had that poll about teenagers.
Yeah, 72% of U.S. teenagers using AI for companionship.
That's a huge number, and over half do it regularly.
You think of that old John Donne line, no man is an island.
But what if we're all choosing to build our own islands with an AI chatbot? What does that do to society in the long run?
It's a fundamental question. And then there are the physical threats.
Right. The environment, for one. These data centers use massive amounts of power and water.
That Meta data center in Louisiana, it's going to use as much electricity as 1.2 million homes.
Wow. And the final point was warfare.
Yeah. If you have millions of robot soldiers instead of human ones.
Are leaders more willing to go to war if they don't have to worry about the public outcry over human casualties?
It could just trigger a relentless new global arms race.
So it all comes back to the investigation's main conclusion. This is revolutionary, and we need to act now. Congress has to start asking these questions before the answers are decided for us.
Which brings us to that final, existential risk from Dr. Hinton. He says it's only a matter of time before AI becomes smarter than humans.
So how do we make sure we don't end up like the crew in 2001? A space odyssey.
How do we guarantee we don't lose control to HAL? That's the real question, isn't it?
That is a chilling point to leave us with, and exactly why this deep dive was so vital. If this discussion sparked new ideas for you, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications bell, leave your like, and share the video because it helps us keep the channel going.